Once in a while, an idea comes to the world with repercussions so wide that we can no longer imagine life without it. It was like that with synthesizers. What started as clunky, huge boxes on prohibitively expensive academic studios has later influenced virtually any music genre and was in the origin of new ones that would have never existed without them. Synthesizers aren't an instrument, neither they can produce a type of sound. Synthesizers are a universe of instruments with the capacity to generate unlimited types of sounds. That's where their creative potential lies, in the ability to design sound from scratch, to design sound that fit our creative needs. I dedicated the majority of my life to piano. I started learning when I was 5. I practiced it for years to ultimately feel the mechanism of the piano as a natural extension of my arms and the piano as an extension of myself. Later in my life, I fell in love once again, this time for electronic music. I found the universe of creative possibilities, but the way to reach them wasn't as organic as I was used to. For something so exploratory and adventurous, um, it's almost ironical that we've neglected developing one of the most important aspects of playing, the interaction with the instruments. The old habit of using faders and knobs to manipulate the sound has stayed largely unidimensional. Either we press the button or we don't. We bring the fader only up or down or move the knob to the left or to the right. But we don't like stories only with happy moments and happy endings, and we don't cook only with one ingredient. Human expression is not unidimensional. Well, our hands are the most skilled part of our body. We use them to do anything in our everyday lives. We use them to play musical instruments. But besides all the practical things our hands can do, we also use them to communicate. There's a wide range of messages we can convey through gesture, and each culture has its own way of finding meaning in those gestures. But one thing is common. Each gesture is used for a different purpose, just like in piano playing. But what if we could use the expressivity of the gestures our hands can do to manipulate live the sound, light, video, or an interactive installation? What if we could design the right gesture for the right outcome? What if we could regain that intuitive, expressive control? I know what you're thinking, rather unimpressive, Roland could already do that in 1996 with their D-Beam controller. Yes, 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 yes. But sometimes we go a little gritty. And sometimes we go a little crazy. Sometimes we are just warm. Or sexy. Sometimes we even start the day calmly, but when we realize we are already all over the place. And sometimes we are just all that. And many times, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas than mine and things to say, and that's why I want to bring this to the hands of other creators. The ancient Chinese believed qi to be the life energy that flows within every living thing, and that by means of gesture, movement, breathing, and meditation, one could improve the flow of this energy within the body and develop a sense of oneness with the surroundings. And so was my project born. From the desire to sense what synthesizers and other creative tools truly can do, to embody them and let spontaneous expression flow. Currently a prototype, she is looking for programming and business partners as part of its journey to reach the hands of makers from different sectors. And to do so, the leap motion sensor, the world's hand tracking sensor, is used, which you can see here. Qi takes the data from this sensor, rearranges it according to our needs, and translates it into messages synthesizers and other creative tools can understand. Due to its modular system, Qi brings for the first time to the hands of anyone who is not a computer programmer the ability to design gestures and to use those gestures to control the creative tools they already use. Qi stands for breaking free, for unleashing creativity. It hopes to inspire and be inspired, to challenge artists to think differently and manufacturers to build differently, to become a way to say what words cannot say, to change how music and new media art is created and performed. Sensing, embodying, and flowing. This is the way of the Qi.